kids, help me out. Help me understand the mindset of the American police officer in the execution of performing their duties on a daily basis when it comes down to keeping the peace and maintaining order in a free society, right? What goes through the mind of the average cop's head when they're like, man, I'm going to do that because it makes no sense morally or ethically, but because I fucking can, I'm going to. All right, meet Officer Kaylee Robinson, I believe her name is. We'll get to her in a second. The Georgia mom was arrested after her 10-year-old son took a solo walk to the store about a mile from their home in rural Georgia and has vowed to fight the charges in a case that has prompted confusion and criticism from experts and parental right activists. Body camera footage shows Fannin County Sheriff's Office shows Brittany Patterson, then 41, being confronted and arrested at her home on October 30th by deputies hours after a bystander reported seeing her son in a public place alone. Deputies returned the boy, who was unharmed, home. Public service, community relations, well done. Should have sat there and you should have dropped him off at the door and said, some nosy Karen called in, your kid was alone. Listen, we're just dropping him off alone. He's okay. Do me a favor next time. Just, I don't know, if he's going to walk to the store alone, make sure he's got a cell phone on him, or he's got a way to contact you or something, or just make sure his path isn't obstructed, and he's not walking in traffic. Have a nice day, ma'am. Great. Call's done. End of story. But no, here's what the cops had to do. Deputies returned the boy who was unharmed home. Then they came back several hours later to arrest Patterson. Quote, last time I checked, it isn't illegal for a kid to walk to the store, Patterson said in the footage. It's when they are 10 years old, replied Deputy Kaylee Robertson, a female police officer. Go figure. Another one for them. But I don't want to get too sexist on this. Patterson's arrest warrant. Hang on a second. I got to swallow this pill for a second. Arrest warrants are issued after like a crime. So let's just say, for argument's sakes, I go to the store, I take a candy bar, I don't pay, I go home, and nobody knows who I am. The investigation takes several hours, right? You're able to get my driver's license or my driver's license plate off the vehicle from surveillance cameras. You run it through leads. You determine who it is. You find out I'm a couple towns over. You know, it's out of your jurisdiction. Still state of Illinois. If it's Illinois, you still have the right to go anywhere while you're on duty and investigate that crime. But you're like, okay, I got this. You don't have a phone number for me. You're too lazy. You don't want to send, I don't know, Schaumburg PD over to my home or Hoffman PD to, hey, knock on the door. Hey, did you take a candy bar without paying for it today? You don't do any of that. So instead, what you do is you go and get a warrant. So you take all the information you have, you present it to the state or district attorney. The attorney signs off on it. You take it before the judge. You tell him all the things that happened. Judge signs off on the warrant. That's how you get a warrant. They got an arrest warrant for a 10-year-old who was walking towards the store. You just want to get that straight. Patterson's arrest warrant and report written by Robertson say that the root of the charge was that Patterson didn't know where her son was and failed to report him missing to authorities before leaving the home. The case is a rare example of law enforcement in Georgia intervening with criminal charges where the child wasn't hurt, and which many reasonable parents would have behave the exact same way, said Emma Herthington, a law professor at the University of Georgia, blah, blah, blah. Here's what Patterson described before the arrest. Patterson had to take one of her children to get a medical appointment on October 30th and called out for her 10-year-old son, Soren, to get in the car and go with them. When Soren didn't come, Patterson says she looked around the house for a bit and assumed he didn't want to go and then left. Patterson lives on a 16 acres Mineral Bluff, Georgia, an unincorporated rural community in the northern part of the state. There, Patterson told USA Today, it's pretty common for families to let their kids and pets explore the property on their own, play in the woods. Soren is homeschooled, and the mom of four said that she had to leave for an appointment. Her kids got to go and stay home where their grandfather also lives and thought nothing of it throughout the day. She got a call from the Fannin County Sheriff's deputy saying they had picked up Soren, who had since turned 11, about a mile away from the home. He had walked to the Dollar General store, and a bystander saw him, reported to law enforcement. They brought him home. Patterson thought that this was the end of it. And we'll just play the body camera footage here for everyone. I don't know what the conversation was. Remember, again, we only have a minute 30 seconds of this. And excuse me, when it comes to, I kind of want to talk about this for a second. When it comes down to child endangerment, actually, we'll talk about that after. Let's watch this together first.
Yeah, that one's a case of 22.
Hey, Brittany.
Yeah.
I need you to come out here. No, not 1 second. I need you to come out here.
Hey guys, can I call y'all right back in just a second? I've got somebody at the door here. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Bye. Yes, ma'am.
Is there somebody else here with the kids besides your grandpa?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
What? Huh? What? No, there's nobody here but Pop.
Okay. Turn around for me.
Why?
Because you're under arrest.
For what?
For the incident we talked about earlier today.
What am I under arrest for?
For reckless endangerment.
And how was I recklessly endangering my
child?
child?
We're not talking about it.
So we're gonna call mommy and tell them they're taking you to jail because you decided to walk down the street.
Let go of your hands.
That's not his fault.
Yeah, call mom.
You're the mother. That's your responsibility to
Yeah,
keep
I
up with
need
your
you to not
child.
talk to me, please.
That's
Okay,
true.
Soren, give her a call. Okay. Last time I checked, it wasn't illegal for a kid to walk to the store. So.
It is when they're 10 years old. I'm just
Don't
going to
do
look this
drugs.
up, make sure there's no weapons or anything like that.
Now, I want to know if that's in the statute specifically. It is when they're 10 years old. Here you have another fucking fat, useless female fucking cop who God only knows what she's, smile for the camera. They take pleasure in this shit. It's like fucking, it's like foreplay for them. And that's how it is. They're going to ruin somebody's life. Because let me explain how this goes. So number one, the way that we looked at child endangerment is, especially with this, if you're babysitting, right? And I have had child endangerment cases where you go, somebody calls 911, and I've gone to homes at 2 o'clock in the morning, and you've got 5-year-olds, 2-year-olds, 6-year-olds who are sleeping in filthy fucking conditions. I mean, it's disgusting. Dried food on the floor, dog shit, mattresses on the floor, no bed sheet, clean. Kids are in dirty fucking clothes, and the parents are down the street at the bar drinking. Now that's clear. Child endangerment, you arrest parents like that. You send them through the process. With the totality of the circumstances, if they live on this giant acreage, 15 acres, it's bigger than what I got, and it's known, homeschooled, the totality of the circumstance, if the kid had a cell phone, if they had a way of contacting mom, it doesn't say that, and it's apparently the arrest warrant or the report said there's no way of it, but this was common practice. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't fucking do this. If mom goes to the doctor and the kid knows it, or the kid is not, there's no medical emergency, there's a way for the kid to wind up contacting. That was one of the biggest criteria that we had, because there was no state statute that said this is the minimal age that a kid could stay home. How do you account for the maturity of a 13-year-old, a 15-year-old, a 10-year-old? It's going to be completely subjective to the individual child. But if we went to a home and it was, where's mom? She ran to the store. What now? Now it's like, what store? Target. Well, we know Target is 2 miles away. Do you have a way of contacting mom? Yes, I do. Here's my cell phone. Here's her number. Call mom for me. Get mom on the phone. Hey, this is Officer so-and-so. Just checking to make sure that you know that your child's home alone. Yes, I do. I'm at the store. I've been here for 15 minutes. I'm shopping and leaving here in about 20 minutes. Excellent. That's not a case you arrest somebody. The problem I have with this now is not only it's the hypocrisy, but now that this parents are going to be sent through the system, like Child Family Services. Now Child Family Services is going to open up some fucking investigation, because now that's what they get paid to do. They're not going to deny this. The state pays them to stay in business by having kids in there in the system. What, mom's going to get a fucking year-long check? Got to come over to the home once a month to make sure the kid's okay, washes their hair, washes behind their ears, does their homework, has clean. It's insane. It's another overpowered, useless, fucking fat, disgusting cop who happens to be a female, who has no business in law enforcement. She clearly gets off on this shit. This cop needs to be doxxed and exposed, and I actually hope you get hate everywhere you go in fucking America. I really do. You're useless. But here's my question, because cops are like this all over the place. I want to know what you cops are doing about this shit. Child endangerment. You got your fucking heart on, or maybe your clit swelled up to the size of a fucking French fry over arresting a mom for letting her kid walk to the store. But where's all you cops out there who are going to sit there and allow a judge to give the parental right to a sick fucking woman who is now going to chemically castrate her child? Where are you guys all coming together in solidarity and saying, no, man, this is not happening. We're going to protect these children. See, this is why I have no use for fucking cops whatsoever anymore, the more the time goes on. Because they show nonstop they're there for the paycheck, and they're not there for the people. They're there for the power. They get off on this shit. Where were all you cops during the drag story show and tell hour? Now, trust me, fucking drag queens don't bother me. I've heard said it a million times, man. I've been to the Baton Club in Chicago for my 30th birthday. Best fucking birthday I've ever had. I'm a consenting adult. Doesn't bother me. But when it comes down to all that sexuality, where are you cops? We saw you let Chaz go to hell, Chop. You let all these cities burn down in 2016 with these riots. You stood down and took the orders. In Chicago, you guys got the fucking water bottles with frozen piss thrown at you over statues. But when Lori Lightfoot, the then mayor, said, hey, you got to sit there and guard my street and not let the press come down and everything, you stepped and fetched really good on that one, didn't you? And I know that I'm all over the place with cops, but it's totality. It's all of you. How many of you side with this and you do this? You harass people on a daily basis, but you'll stand and say nothing when a fucking evil, corrupt judge allows a parent to castrate their child. Where is your then, oh my God, we're going to go and stand up and protect that child and arrest the parent then? Where? And I know this is two different states. I understand that. But I'm talking about the collective mindset of cops. Because again, there's going to be no equality when it comes down to the punishment that police face versus cops face, or the citizens face. It blows me away. You have pig police who have the authority to ruin your fucking lives just because they can. They could talk to you like you're a piece of shit, fucking no consequence whatsoever, rip you out of your home. I would have slammed that door in her face and said, do you have a warrant to come in my home? No, get the fuck out of here then. And then you know what? I would have had a Bundy Ranch standoff. I don't know what it's going to take. It's 2025 in a few weeks, and we have more clear-cut cases that when it comes down to serious issues, your police will fold. If your town is under attack by illegal criminal invaders and fucking the mayor tells the police chief to stand down, they're going to stand down. If you have, pick a scenario we've seen over the last, if you have rioters and protests and the mom and pop store that was stood there forever, all of a sudden was looted and burned down, your lazy fucking cops are going to do nothing. But if another mandate comes up, they're going to tell you to wear a fucking mask or you're going to go to jail. They're going to raid your church. They're going to go and kick you out of your gym and arrest you. And this is more proof of it. This is nothing more than a power trip, and we see this every fucking day by these domestic terrorists. I don't know what else to tell you. I can't for the life of me, other than because I can, justify what's in this broad's head and this dumbass backup who couldn't look at her and go, what are we doing? What is the point of this? You choose to ruin someone's life. I hope your fucking life is ruined. I really do. I hope something happens to you and you're financially crushed, or your fucking twat of a husband leaves you or something. The amount of hatred, of pure fucking hatred I have for evil police it consumes me, because they're in a position to serve Americans and they clearly don't. They serve the paycheck, the politicians, the policy, and their own fucking power. And it's horrible. Everything in America, when you really think about it, could be solved if the police were on the side of the people. But more and more, every single damn day, they are proving out there they don't give a rat fuck about you, about me, and they're on their own side. You know what? And when history winds up being written, they're going to be shown they're on the wrong side. It's sad. If you want the truth about the mindset of police, how they do what they do, why they, and when they do it, and why they keep doing it, then subscribe to the channel and check out all the videos I've done on this subject. Join me live every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. We watch a video together and then you call in. Do you agree? Do you disagree? How can we change cop culture together? Getting a hold of me is easy, 708-982-0974, or send me an email to officerdominickizzo@gmail.com. Guys, you can support the police and still remember you have rights. Don't talk to the police. Keep your mouth shut. Remember, fish only get caught when they open their mouths. Thanks for the support to the channel, and I'll see you on the next video.